Hello students, welcome to online class of Nagesh Karajagi Orchid School. I, Miss Nehal Mane, teaching you maths of grade 6. In previous class, we have studied about the properties of whole numbers, and we have also solved few examples from exercise 2.2, and we will continue the solving of exercise. Okay. Now, exercise 2.2, last sum we were seeing, that is word problem. We have solved sum, product, the value and the sum and product using distributivity property. Now we will see the next question. A taxi driver filled his car petrol tank with 40 liters of petrol on Monday. Now what does mean by this? A taxi driver, he filled his car with how many liters of petrol? Yes, 40 liters of petrol. But on which day? It's on Monday. Very good. Okay. Next, the next day he filled the tank with 50 liters of petrol. The next day, it means on Tuesday. If the petrol costs rupees 44 per liter, how much did he spend in all on petrol? Okay, now this is the word problem. We are going to solve this word problem. Okay students, see, as this is the word problem, we have to solve this word problem by writing the statements. So let us write the statements. It's question number 5. See here, quantity of petrol filled on Monday. How much quantity it was? Yes, it was 40 liters. Okay. Then next, quantity of petrol filled on next day. How much quantity was filled on next day? Yes, it's 50 liters of petrol. Now, rate of 1 liter of petrol is given. We have to find the total rate he spent on both the Monday and the Tuesday. Okay. So, in order to find out what we have to do there, which operation we are going to carry out here? Yes, first of all, we have to find out the total amount of petrol he has filled on both the days, right? So, see here, total quantity of petrol filled is nothing but 40 liters plus 50 liters. It becomes 90 liters. So, on both the days he has filled the petrol of 90 liters. Now, the cost of 1 liter of petrol is how much? It's rupees 44. Now, we have to find how much did he spend for 90 liters of petrol. So, in order to find out that, what we have to do? We have to multiply 44 by 90. So, let us do it. Total cost of petrol, rupees 44, and how many liters of petrol was there total? 90. So, when we multiply this, we get rupees 3,960. So, therefore, the total cost of petrol spent by him is rupees 3,960. So, let us solve one more word problem. Okay. See the question. A vendor supplies 32 liters of milk to hotel in the morning and 68 liters of milk in the evening. If the milk is rupees 15 per liter, find out how much money did he used to pay. Okay, now see, a vendor is there, he carries the milk in the morning and in the evening. So we have to first find the total milk he supplies in a day. See here, again the word statement we have to write here. Quantity of milk vendor supplies. Quantity of milk vendor supplies in morning is how much? 32 liter. Now the quantity of milk vendor supplied the milk in evening. Supplies in evening. Okay, how much is it? It's 68 liter. Here he supplies it in morning and here he supplies it in evening. So total quantity of milk we are going to find out first. What is the total quantity of milk? 32 liter plus 68 liter. We got the answer as 100 liter. Now the cost of 1 liter of milk is given. Cost of 1 liter of milk is how much? Rupees 15. Okay. Now we have to find the total cost vendor needs to pay. Okay. See here. So total cost is equal to rupees 15 multiplied by how many liters of milk is there here? 100. So 15 multiplied by 100, we get the answer 1500. So total cost of milk a vendor supplies is of rupees 1500. So these were the word problems from exercise 2.2. Let us move towards our next concept. Now we are going to see about the patterns of whole numbers. Okay, see here, numbers can be arranged in elementary shapes made up of dots. So dots can be made in the form of a line, in the form of a triangle, a rectangle and a square. So let us see in detail how these different patterns of dots are made. Okay, see here. Every number can be arranged as dots. So first we will see about the triangular representation. It's like numbers 3 is represented in triangle as 2 plus 1. 2 dots first and then on the top the 1 dot. So this makes a representation which is in the shape of triangle. So this is the number. We can make a triangular representation of this number. In the same way for 6 also we can make the triangular representation as it is shown here. 3 plus 2 and 1. This becomes a triangular representation. Now we are going to see the triangular representation of 10. For that we have to give the dots in this way. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So these are the few numbers where we can give the triangular representation. Now we are going to see the square representation. For the number 4 we can give square representation in this way, and for number 9 square representation, the dots are given in the form of shape. So that's why we call it as square representation. So 16 is again the dots are given in the shape of a square. So this is about the square representation. Let us see rectangular representation. Number 6 is represented in the shape of rectangular according to this way, and 8 is represented in this way. So this is about rectangular representation. Now let us see few examples. Write three numbers that can be shown on squares. Means we have to give few numbers that can be shown in the square representation. So those are 4, 9 and 16. Write three numbers that can be shown as a line. Now what is meant by line? A simple single line. A single line where we can give the dots and we can represent the numbers. Okay. So what are those numbers? It may be 2, 7, 5 or 11. Okay. Write three numbers that can be shown only as rectangles. Okay. Now we have to give the rectangular representation of any numbers. So rectangular representation can be shown by the numbers 6, 8, 12 and 14. Okay. Write three numbers that can be shown only as triangles. So triangular representation can be shown by numbers like 3, 6 and 10. Let us see about the pattern. Let us observe different patterns. So for addition of 9 to a given number, there is a pattern. So let us see that. See, we have to add 9 to 119. 119 plus 9. Now what we can do, instead of writing adding 9 as it is, what the pattern says, we can take 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 is nothing but 9, but we are distributing it. Okay. Now 119 and in the bracket 10 minus 1. When we solve it, what happens? 119 is as it is here, then symbol is as it is, and then 10 minus 1. What we will do here? First we will add 119 plus 10 and then we will subtract minus 1 from the number. 119 plus 10 minus 1. 119 should be added first. It becomes 129 and then we have to subtract 1 from it. We get 128. So this is the pattern for addition of 9. Let us see the addition of 99 to given number. Okay. Pattern observation, subtraction of 99 to given number. See here, 119 minus 99. Now 99 can be distributed as 100 minus 1, which is nothing but 99. So 119 minus 100 minus 1. 119 as it is, minus 100 as it is, and as it is in bracket, minus into minus becomes plus. So we give the symbol here plus 1. Now 119 minus 100 we will do first. It comes the answer 19 plus 1. So 19 plus 1 is 20. Next, multiplication of 9 to given number. 489 multiplied by 9. Now again 9 can be written as 10 minus 1. So 489 into in the bracket 10 minus 1. So first 489 should be multiplied by 10 and then 489 should be multiplied by 1. So 489 into 10, the symbol is minus. So we have taken here minus 489 into 1. 489 into 10, we got the answer 4890 and 489 into 1 is 489. When we subtract this, we get 4401. Now multiplication of 99 to given number, 489 into 99. 99 again we have to do nothing but 100 minus 1. Again 489 multiplied by 100 and 489 multiplied by 1. When we multiplied 489 by 100, we get 48,900 and here we get 489 into 1, 489. When we subtract 48,900 minus 489, we get 48,411. Now let us see multiplication of any given number by 5. 96 multiplied by 5. Now 5 can be written as 10 divided by 2. 5 can be written as 10 divided by 2. So 96 into, in bracket we have to write 10 divided by 2. Now here what we are going to do in the third step, first we are going to multiply this both. Okay, 96 we are going to divide by 2. 96 divided by 2, we get the answer 48. So then the remaining is 10. 48 multiplied by 10, we get 480. Next we will see the multiplication of any given number by 15. 96 multiplied by 15. 96 multiplied by, now 15 can be written as 30 divided by 2, which is nothing but 15. So 96 is divided by 2 first, we get the answer 48, and the remaining is into 30. So 48 multiplied by 30, we get 1440. Let us see the multiplication of any given number by 25. 96 multiplied by 25. 96 multiplied by 25 can be written as 50 divided by 2, which is nothing but 25. Again we have to divide first 96 by 2, we get the answer 48. So 96 multiplied by 96 divided by 2, we get 48. 48 multiplied by 50, we get 2400. Now there is one more rule of multiplication of the given number by 25. Let us see that. 96 multiplied by 25. Now here 25 can be written as 100 divided by 4, which is nothing but 25. So 96 multiplied by 100 divided by 4. We have to divide first 96 by 4. 96 divided by 4, we get 24, and then multiplied by 100. 24 multiplied by 100, we get 2400. Okay. Now let us solve few examples from exercise 2.3. Now see students, the first question, if the product of two whole numbers is 1, can we say that one or both of them will be 1? Justify through examples. Now see what it is asked in the question. It is asked whether the product of two whole numbers is 1. Okay, so we have to see first whole numbers. Exercise 2.3, question number 3. Now the product of two whole numbers is 1. Can we say one or both of them will be 1? Okay, suppose let us take 1 into 1 is equal to 1. 1 is the whole number, 1 is a whole number, and the product of these two whole numbers, we got the whole number. Can we say what it is asked in the question, whether the first digit or the second digit which is multiply is can be 1? Yes, both numbers should be 1, so that we will get the result as a whole number. Okay. So let us see the next example. Find using distributive property. 728 multiplied by 101. Here we have to distribute and then we have to find the answer. Like 728, 101 can be distributed as 100 plus 1. Now 728, first we will multiply it with 100 plus again 728 will be multiplied with 1. So 728 multiplied by 100, 728. So Now these both numbers we got after multiplication, we have to add those. After adding we get 73,528. Let us solve one more example from question number 4. 5, it's B1, 5,437 multiplied by 1001. Now we have to distribute this 5,437, we will distribute this as 1000 plus 1. Okay. So again this number should be multiplied by this first. 5,437 multiplied by 1000 plus 5,437 will be multiplied by 1. Now we will find the answer 5437000 plus 5437. Now we got the answer of multiplication. Now we will add it. We get 544. We got the answer 54,42,437. Okay. Let us see next example. 824 multiplied by 25. Now 824, 25 can be distributed as 20 plus 5. So 824 will be multiplied by 20 first, and then 824 will be multiplied by 5. When we multiply this we get, and 824 multiplied by 5 we get this, and after addition we get 20,600. Okay. So these were the examples from exercise 2.3 till question number 4. Now we will solve about one more pattern. See the question. See, the pattern is given in your textbook. We have to solve the next two patterns for the following. 1 into 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. Then to continue the pattern, what we are going to do? 1, 2 into 8 plus 2 is equal to 98. Now here we are going to write 1, 2, 3 into 8 plus the after number 3. We get the answer 987. Next step, 1, 2, 3, 4 into 8 plus the next number 4. We get 9876. Next number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 multiplied by 8 plus 5. We get 98765. Now this is the question. We have to form the next two steps for the following pattern. Let us find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into 8 plus, yes, 6 is equal to 98764. Next step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into 8 plus 7 becomes 9876543. So these are the next two patterns for the given pattern. So here we complete our exercise 2.3. Let us summarize all the things. The numbers 1, 2, 3 which we use for counting are called natural numbers. The numbers which we use for counting are called natural numbers. If you add 1 to any number, we get its successor. If we subtract 1 from any number, we get its predecessor. Every natural number has successor. Every natural number except 1 have predecessor. If we add 0 to natural number, we get whole number. Every whole numbers except 0 has predecessor. All natural numbers are whole numbers, but all whole numbers are not natural numbers. We have studied about the number line. We have studied the unit distance between the number lines. We have also seen the properties of whole numbers: closure property, associative property, commutative property and distributive property. These are the properties of whole numbers. 0 is called additive identity and 1 is called multiplicative identity. Division by 0 is not defined, and we have studied about the patterns. So, in this lesson we have studied all about whole numbers. I request all the students to practice the sums from all the exercise and also from the try these sums. Thank you, students.